Bro, I watch her streams. It's her whole routine to humiliate guys. It's totally normal for her. She's done it for years. It's a terrible shtick, and I've also went back and watched some of that too. Dilly got it by far the worst, and he is by far the one that cares the most about her. She doesn't interact with anybody else that way. I went and watched clips of her with Hassan. I went and watched clips with her with a couple other streamers. She seems totally normal there. But it's people like Dilly that she believes is beneath him, or ugly, or undateable, or whatever, that she just brings this outright demon out. So in the best case scenario, she's extremely fake and embarrassed to be seen with people like Dilly, and makes it very clear to her audience to humiliate them. Dilly's streaming right now saying it was all for content. Yeah, I've been keeping up. Okay, we'll just immediately get into it. I've been keeping up. It's pretty much like I predicted. He has been brainwashed into thinking they're friends. And let's just go ahead and assume behind closed doors she's super nice to him. Her publicly doing that to him shows that she's extremely fake and doesn't respect him regardless. If she's, let's just say once the stream goes off, she's so sweet to him, it means she's embarrassed to be seen publicly with him. And that's still bad. That's not a good dynamic. That's not a friend. There's no way of spinning this as like a good relationship between these two at all. And he keeps saying, or he and she keep saying that it's just banter, but it's not. Banter is the exchange of playful insults. There was no exchange. He made one slight joke about her and felt super uncomfortable by it. She went an hour and 25 minutes of nothing but like the deepest cut insults she could think of. It's just, it's really sad. Thanks, Resub Edgar and Dick Lee, the Prime TJ. Yeah, we talked about the Alaska Airlines stuff. Ooh, Jesus Christ, Jay, that's fucking horrifying. I'm sorry to hear that. He's a tier 1 gyro. And congrats, Omar. And welcome, Robin. So do you think it's fully just him being down bad for her, or do you think there's any truth to it being for content at all? No. I think actually the best take so far I've seen actually comes from Cinna. She basically said that if this is all just an act, if the streamer is pretending to just be a giant bully, why is she surprised or offended that everyone views her as a giant bully? It's a really dumb thing regardless, but I truly don't believe this was some kind of mutually agreed upon content play, because if it was, I don't think Dilly would have just sat there and taken everything without making jokes of his own back. It's not banter. He just sat there for an hour and 25 minutes getting roasted by her in the meanest ways possible. They're not jokes. Saying that she'd rather be emotionally abused and traumatized with her ex than date him is not a joke. That's hateful. But he's been convinced by her that it's all just content and whatever. These are some Cyclosi and Pocket and Alan. I'd love to talk to Dilly if he wants to. If he's streaming, I'm super down to have a conversation, pick his brain about it a little bit. Maybe break the spell. These are the resub, terrific. And Brulix. And Archive. And the tier 1 detective. You know what movies you're looking forward to this year? I can't remember what all movies are coming out soon. Thanks for the membership vacuum. And the resub GG. And the resub PP Man. And Legend. Bro, I watch her streams. It's her whole routine to humiliate guys. It's totally normal for her. She's done it for years. It's a terrible shtick, and I've also went back and watched some of that too. Dilly got it by far the worst, and he is by far the one that cares the most about her. She doesn't interact with anybody else that way. I went and watched clips of her with Hassan. I went and watched clips with her with a couple other streamers. She seems totally normal there. But it's people like Dilly that she believes is beneath him, or ugly, or undateable, or whatever, that she just brings this outright demon out. So in the best case scenario, she's extremely fake and embarrassed to be seen with people like Dilly, and makes it very clear to her audience to humiliate them. No matter how you... There's no positive way of spinning it. Thanks, Resub, Rad and Fancy. And the Membership Tyrant. This is like that one person in the middle school group that all the friends just jab at, never letting them be confident. It's the same dynamic. It's not a friend, it's a punching bag. Thanks to the Prime Top. I don't know, there's people into being cucked. Maybe this is just what he likes. It's very possible, but it doesn't seem like that's what it is. If that's what he liked about it, he'd be like, I actually enjoy being humiliated. But with his response, he seems to think that this is some kind of mutual banter. But it's not. You weren't bantering with her. You didn't say any jokes back except for one time, and you got visibly uncomfortable when you made the slightest joke. Like, that's not banter. It was one-sided insults, and you were the subject. The content you're saying, like it was all for content, you know, it was all just jokes for content. You were the joke. She made you the joke for an hour and 25 minutes for everyone to laugh at. And the joke was, you had no chance with her, ha 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 ha. And she had to keep reminding you of that, and bringing you down. That's not healthy. That's not a friend. Thanks for the membership, Joseph. But again, if he came out and said, you know what, I actually have a humiliation kink and she helps me fulfill it, I'd be like, you know what, all power to you. You know, who am I to, you know, take a poop in your pudding? Whatever. Enjoy it then. But that's not what he's saying. Thanks to the resub, Schmeep and Tricky. And Manuel and the Prime Strange. Thanks to Tier 1 Fireflower. You didn't make the point to tell people not to harass her, I noticed. I just don't think I need to. I don't think I need to be that perpetual nanny to remind people of the most basic common sense. I didn't have her name anywhere. I still have not even said her name a single time that I've been talking about this whole thing. And I have done nothing to tie anything back to her. I don't think I need to make it known not to harass her. I've made that clear for fucking 17 years. Thanks, Resub Gork. I even trimmed this out of her tweet so you couldn't see her Twitter handle. Okay, I just realized though, like, he has her name in here, but that's not her stream. It's not her channel. Thanks, Resub Adam. And Stranger. Thanks for the membership, Zoe. Hey, well, I hope it's going well, Mish. Hope the series is going well. Oh, that's super sweet. Thanks, Calvin. Working on any projects? We got a couple big ones in the works. I heard he's being interviewed right now. I'll have to watch it when it's done. Or if he wants, I'm super open to talk to get his perspective on it. I really think she has convinced him of a complete fantasy. And it's extremely bad for him. And it's sad to see. But maybe he convinces me the opposite, that this is actually the best friendship that's ever blossomed. Maybe I need to start treating my friends more like she does. Why are you even bothering to dress up tonight, Caleb? You're not getting any pussy. Loveless loser, what the fuck? Oh my god, just go home. Why are we going out? You're not getting laid tonight. Go home. Maybe that'll be a big hit. A new love interest. Who is that, Nick? And yeah, we talked about the Viper the Rapper stuff. It's fucking awful. I've been watching the interview. It seems like he doesn't really focus on the negative parts, just kind of ignores the bad stuff. Like you said, it's almost like he's brainwashed. It's not unusual. Again, I think kids in middle school demonstrate that. I'm sure when you guys were growing up, you knew somebody, or maybe you even were that person that was the butt of every joke. And you never got the sense that you really belonged with your friends, but you also didn't really want to be alone either. So you stick there and let them just constantly insult you and bring you down. That is not unusual, and that's exactly what this feels like, but in a much bigger, more public way.